All right,
Unmute Greg.
can everyone see what's going on here? Everyone got my screen? Yeah, we're good. Sweet. How do I make this bigger real quick? Uh, um, let's see. This it? Anyone want to help me out on how to make this guy?
Go to
Oh, there we go.
slideshow.
All
There
right,
you
we're
go.
good. We got it. Good old technology. So what's going on, guys? For those of you who don't know, I'm Coach Greg. I'm gonna be rocking with this presentation today. So this entire presentation is based off of a book that I read a couple months back. I'm gonna kind of reveal the book at the end of the presentation, but this is something that is going to literally make or break your entire health journey, and it's the simple power of consistency and compound interest. And none of you should be like, oh, like I had no idea consistency mattered. Like this is like in your face stuff. But I'm gonna unpack and uncover a lot um, of sort of the nuance when it comes to whether or not you achieve the goals that you kind of set out to do. So consistency is like it's the hidden force behind every single result, and this is the truth that so many people overlook. And it's like your outcomes, whether they're positive or negative, right? They're not accidents. Shit just doesn't happen, right? And so every tiny little action that you take, even the ones that feel stupid and irrelevant, they compound. And vice versa, every little action that you do not take, they also compound, right? And so this is the whole idea behind what Jeff Olson, who's the author of this book, um, this is the whole idea that he has facilitated, and it's this failure curve, right? And so, or this success curve, right? So every time that you are like, oh, I'm too busy, I can't get my workout in, I'm screw tracking for today, I'm not going to track, or hit snooze on your alarm, or decide to not go for that walk, or choose fast food because it's a little bit quicker. Every time that you make that action and choose that option, you're feeding what he calls that failure curve. And again, flip side of the coin, every single time that you decide to prep a meal, you track your damn food, go for a 2 minute walk, get a 20-minute workout in, go to bed 15 minutes earlier, drink an extra glass of freaking water. Every time you take those positive actions, you're feeding what he calls the success curve, right? And the thing with this is like neither curve it's never feels like much in the moment. And this is why it's so easy to screw this shit up, right? Because there's no immediate payoff. You don't wake up freaking shredded to the bone because you hit your 45-minute workout. That's not how it works. But you compound that workout over weeks, months, years, a decade, and that's going to reshape your entire health, your energy, your confidence. You're not going to recognize the person that you were. So when people say, "Oh, I'm not seeing results," what you really mean is I underestimate the power of the tiny little actions, and the small things, right? And so the real big question is like, are you using this to your advantage? Are you letting it rip you and push you back down the mountain, right? So again, these things are small, right? These aren't like grand gestures, right? It's something that's both freaking infuriating and it's also really really freeing, right? Because success is not sexy. It's not big dramatic explosions of greatness. It's um it's the daily boring shit that works and compounds and gets you to where you want to get to, right? It reminds us that like or the reminder is that like all these tiny little things create success, and they're really really easy to do, and they're also easy not to do, right? That workout that you skipped, super easy. That workout that you did anyway for 20-30 minutes even though you were tired, also pretty fucking easy, right? Choosing a protein packed breakfast or grabbing a donut, neither one is really that hard, but one is going to build your future and one is going to rip you down the mountain, right? And so remember, it's always going to be easy to do, and it's also easy not to do, right? So I want to hear from you guys. Like, what's one small thing that you know right now that if you were to change that one tiny thing, and did it daily, it would compound and absolutely revolutionize your results. Who's got one small habit action that they know they haven't been doing, but if they would do it daily, it would transform their results. Everyone's been perfect. No one's been missing
I'd say for
anything.
me, it's getting to sleep on time. Same time. My time I go to sleep is it varies for the most part, but overall, my overall sleep is about the same. But the time I go to sleep is not the same, so it still will throw me off. Just because of the time I wake up is now a different time.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Sleep and keeping that sleep at the same time, your brain is going to lock onto that habit. You're going to be able to enter those deep regenerative recovery sleep, like deep sleep patterns. So absolutely love it. We got one or two more from people of tiny little habits that you know that you aren't doing that if you did, it would revolutionize your trajectory.
I have the
Drinking
same,
enough water.
Water. We got water in there.
definitely water, and I could second the sleeping on time. But because of my job, it's sometimes I'm flying all night, or you know, going to sleep early in the morning. So that would be nice. But actually, when I'm home, it would be nice to actually get up at a reasonable hour instead of sleeping in because I can.
Well, I appreciate you guys being honest and taking a good hard look at the shit that you're not doing and knowing that you should. That's half the battle. Um, so this is another big one, right? Like there's no this there's this idea of like overnight success, and that is just a flat out lie, right? It's like every so-called breakthrough that you see is actually just the result of thousands of unsexy, usually unnoticed, tiny ass little steps. That's all it is, right? And people love the idea of like, the big reveals and the glow ups, but they don't see the 6 a.m. workouts, the couple of weekends that you sacrifice, the moments of self-doubt that you decided to push through, the times when you fucking hit your workout even though you were dead tired and didn't feel like doing it, right? It's success is doesn't just happen in one giant leap. It happens in tiny little climbs, right? And one step at a time. So if you're constantly searching for that one thing, that magic pill, that one secret, that hack, that shortcut, you're missing the freaking point. And quite honestly, like we're all adults here, right? And in what other aspect of life is there a shortcut? Like they just don't exist. Like the elevator is not there. Take the freaking stairs. It's how you're gonna get there, right? And if you sort of think of success in this health journey as like it's like compound interest, right? When you look at your bank account, if you look at it every single day, that compound interest number of like a couple cents or a dollar or whatever, like meaningless. But come back freaking months and months later and you're like, oh crap, I got a couple extra $100 in there. It's the same sort of deal, right? One workout isn't going to change your body. One journaling session, it's not going to fix your freaking mindset. But you do that shit daily, day in and day out. You do it when you're tired. You do it when you're frustrated. You do it when you're angry. You do it when you're bored. You do it when you're sad. You do it when you're tired. You do it when no one's watching. That's where true transformation lives. So don't get caught up in dramatic. It's the it's just be consistent with the small things. Leaps don't exist. Like enjoy, like get used to the climb, get used to the little mundane things, because that's going to be the difference maker for you. And sort of like going off of that, right? Like nobody like nobody dreams of like and gets really excited about being consistent with like their water intake, like someone mentioned, or their sleep. or doing your mobility work daily. Like, it's not thrilling, if we're going to be completely honest with each other. But, you know, it's exactly what is going to separate those who truly transform their lives and the ones who never get to that point, right? And really successful people, and the successful people that you see in this program, like, they don't chase excitement. They're just committed to repetition. They do the thing. They take the steps. They follow the GPS. They don't question the GPS. They just do what they're told, right? And they fall in love with the process, even if it is a little bit dull and boring. And ironically, like, that's what ends up being exciting, because you see results and you get results and you lose 40, 50 pounds. Your pant size drops, your strength skyrockets and goes through the roof. Like, that's the exciting shit that happens because of the boring daily little actions that you decided to take. And you know what's truly satisfying is being able to walk your ass past the mirror and look at yourself, and feel proud, or running up the set of stairs without being winded, or get on the ground with your kids and play with them and not feel like you've got to miss out. Like, you know, like, all of that is forged in this, again, these little tiny daily habits, the mundane, right? And the boring stuff is really the breakthrough, right? So you got to show up and you got to do it again and again and again. And that's where you're going to watch yourself transform into the person that, you know, you feel like you should be. So, um, yeah, it's not going to be super sexy and in your face, and that's okay, right? It's good to understand that. It's a little bit disappointing, but it's also exciting, because it doesn't take a crazy amount to get to where you want to get to. Um, so time. So this is another one. Like, your future is it's already being built right now. Like, even like in this moment too. Like, for those of you that are showing up on things like this live training, like, this is the you're putting a ticket in for your future self right now, just by fucking being here and existing on this call and taking this in, right? And the people, and we know this as coaches, and that's why we are on all of your asses for showing up and getting in here, because, you know, the people on this call will always stand a much better chance of achieving a transformation than any other client in the body op sphere. And it's because they show up, they take their health seriously, they take their education seriously, and they've made that a priority, and you took the time to be better, right? And so time is like, you know, it's always going to be working for you or against you. That's just the fact. There is no middle ground. There is no neutral. Either you're going this way or you're going this way, right? And the actions that you take today, right now, like, they're not going to matter much tomorrow. But that's why people give up. But compound that 6 months from now, a year, absolutely uh freaking game changing, right? And the power is, like, you get to decide which direction time works and whether it works in your favor or it works against your favor, right? Again, like, all compound interest is the best analogy, right? Every single one of your actions, every single one of your habits, it's it's an investment in your future self. And if you put that daily investment in, yes, over time, it's going to pay dividends on your health, your energy, your confidence, your identity. And, you know, looking forward is really, really tough, but the future lives in these daily actions and these daily habits. And it's already in motion. So shout out to everyone on this call who decided to make time work in their favor. Um, and are here for it. So this is another sort of mindset to think about, right? Like, and this is where ownership comes in big, right? Like, you are your results, and your body and your habits, like, they're yours, right? And it's not your genetics, it's not your freaking partner's fault, it's not your schedule's fault, it's not that you don't have time. and it's yours. And taking ownership is a huge piece of the puzzle. And I know some of this probably might sting a little bit, but if you can take those fingers and point it at the person who's really responsible, it can be a little bit freeing, right? Because if it's yours, that means you can change it, right? You know, failure is not a death sentence, right? Failure is simply it's feedback. It's how we recalibrate and show up better next time, right? It's not who you are. It's just information and data, and we use it to do better, right? So what is going to kill your growth? It's excuses. It's rationalizing. I can't do X because of Y. It's waiting for the perfect time. It's saying, oh, like life's busy right now. Like I don't have time. I'm not in a good headspace to do this. You know, I gotta wait until it's a better time. That welcome to life. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is now. So figure out how to do this during the hard times, and that's what really makes the difference. Life is never going to be pretty and just lay down in front of you for you to grab onto all this stuff. You got to learn how to do it through the fucking chaos, through the storm, through the mess, right? The whole I'll start Monday type of mentality, you know, those are the lies that we tell ourselves, and you stay stuck because of it. You know, growth and transformation happen when you stop telling yourself those bullshit stories. There's no more waiting, no more stories, no more excuses, no more rationalizing. Admit that you messed up, own it, and then move the fuck on, move forward with it, right? None of this is about perfection, right? It's about taking ownership, right? You fall, cool, great, get up quicker next time. And I know it may be you probably thinking like, oh, as a coach Greg, like this is easy for you. It's like no, it's like I'm human too. You know how many times I've stumbled and fallen, you know, throughout my life, and I will continue to fall. But the thing is, when I get hit, I get the fuck back up and I keep going. I don't lay down for long, right? And you're gonna fall again. Great, it's part of the process. The only thing that you can't do, like I said, is lie to yourself and expect to grow, right? So this is honesty showing up, and that's your power, right? So what's I want to hear from you guys again. You know, jump in. What's like one result in your life right now that you've been blaming, or someone else that you've been blaming, that you're finally ready to take responsibility for? Not an easy question.
I've been blaming my husband for all my weight gain. Because he likes pasta. And then you guys showed me all that protein pasta and the low carb brand. So I can't blame it on my husband anymore. Thanks.
I love that. Thanks for jumping in and being the first to shout that out. Because like I said, none of this shit is easy. It's hard to point the finger at yourself and take ownership. So I appreciate you stepping up. Where
I'll give
and
I'll
what
give
she's
mine.
not even a client right now. Where are our clients at right now? Come on.
Right. Good question. I'll give you one, Greg. So mine, and Matt can attest for this because he knows me a little better than all of y'all. Uh my anger. So I blamed my anger on everybody else instead of blaming it on the way, or instead of taking accountability for anger being my initial reaction emotion to stuff, and learning how, once I was able to figure that out, the anger started to subside. It started to minimize. You know what I'm saying? But that was a hard pill to swallow. Like, I'm choosing to be angry. Go ahead, JB.
Yeah, man, for me, I always made the excuse like, oh, I can't take the time to go work out and do all these things because I'm a single parent and all this. But hey, man, the time is always there if I choose to make it.
I love that. We all got the same 24 hours. It's how you decide to use it. Appreciate you guys stepping up. Let's see. So this is something that we have everyone explore pretty early on in the program, and it's the big why. right? And if we zoom out, you know, this is the stuff that this is the higher level thinking that makes the daily actions that you do stick or not, right? You need to be some emotional investment. You need to be emotionally connected to why the hell you're showing up in the first place and doing the shit that you say you're gonna do. And um, Simon Sinek's got this great book. It's called Start with Why, I believe, honestly. Um, but he's got this great saying in there. Um, and it can be used in sort of the lens of health and what we're doing here. And it goes along the lines of something like people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And and that includes you like buying into your own goals that you have set for yourself, right? And if your reason for losing weight is just to see a number drop on the scale or look good on the beach, I love that for you. It's fucking awesome. That's cool. But those are shallow goals. You got to have them, but they're shallow. That we got to go deeper than that. We got to go beneath that, because those are shallow roots, and when life gets hard, and it's going to get hard, shallow roots get ripped up, and you skip the gym. You stop caring. You let time be your excuse. You don't track your food. But if your why is rooted in something that is deep and those roots go down, when hard shit hits, those roots don't come flying out of the ground. Think about the difference between, oh, I'd love to lose 10 pounds versus, well, what if your why is, I want to be the kind of parent who has energy to play with their kids? Or I want to live a pain-free life so I can travel the world with the person that I love. Or I don't know, like just hearing that, like which one is going to be more meaningful? Which one is going to fuel you for longer? It's those deep-seated, those deeply rooted ones, right? And your why doesn't have to be perfect again, but it needs to freaking matter, right? And because this is going to be your safety net when shit feels hard, because it's going to feel hard. But your why is your reminder of what's at stake here. So write it down, say it often, build your habits around it, because motivation is not going to sustain you during this process. Got another tough question for you guys potentially, but let's see who steps up. If you couldn't talk about your goal in terms of weight or appearance, what deeper reason do you have to continue fighting for this new life that you want?
I'll go. So, and it's like the reason I joined the program was because my daughter is at an age now where she's starting to do things, but she was always like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And I kept pushing her and pushing her. And then I wanted to be like the good role model for her. And I also wanted to be here for her. And I had my daughter at an older age, right? So I want to make sure that I am here to see all of those goals that she makes and make sure that she has that role model to keep it. So when she's like, why do I have to go to karate? Well, you see me pushing myself. You got to keep pushing yourself.
I love that, brother. That's dope. That's legacy building. You're a mentor. You got to walk the walk. I love that, dude. What else do you guys have?
Avoiding disease. I've got cancer and autoimmune diseases in my family, and most of my family members that have had something, they just roll over and take it. It's like, oh well, it runs in the family. Oh well, shit happens, and they have really horrible lifestyles. They're very unhappy, and I dug my heels in a long time ago, and I said, I am not going to be like you. I'm not going to just roll over and take it. I want my body to be healthy enough. So if fates decide that, yes, this is going to happen, I'm still going to have the strength to actually have a good quality of life in the long run versus what they're doing.
Hell yeah. Thank you for sharing. That's, again, incredible, powerful. Like you're choosing to stand up and say no to what everyone else has, like you said, just laid down and given up. So that's true power. We got one or two more from you guys.
Yeah, you guys hear me?
We got you, man.
Sweet. So my son just recently joined the army. He's been in like 3 years now. He's a lieutenant. He's an engineer like his dad. And I guess just I don't mind being the old crusty NCO, but the old crusty NCO could get up and do anything, no matter what time of day, no matter how heavy it was, no matter how hard it was. We just had the tenacity to make it happen. And I was 254 pounds and having problems. And I was like, dude, that's just not a great role model for any of my children. I got 4 of them. So I just decided to do something new. And I don't know, when usually when I start to fail, I take a good hard look at my children. That usually helps keep me going in the right direction.
Hell yeah, brother. Thanks for sharing. Again, that's like it's the legacy building, right? Your family is what drives you. And that's the shit that's gonna keep you moving even when you don't want to, man. So thank you for sharing. Anybody else got one, or shall we
For me,
carry on?
it's I am done with putting everybody else first, because that's been my whole life, and it's time to put myself first.
Hell yeah. I like that. That's a big one too. Gotta be a little selfish. Go for it. Right? I always tell my clients, there's we've all, popped on a commercial plane at some point and had to sit through the freaking theatrical little safety dance that they do. And when they get to that section of, hey, if the cabin is gonna lose air pressure or whatever, you're gonna see these masks drop down. What do they tell you? You need to put your mask on first before helping anybody else, because you're no good to anybody dead. And there's a lot that can be learned from that stupid little safety, theatrical dance that the flight attendants do. You're no good to the people that you care about if you're working at 15% energy. You need to fuel your cup. You need to fill your cup. You need to prioritize you so that you can show up better for the people that you care about and that depend on you. Being selfish is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So proud of you for recognizing that and doing something about it.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
For me, I'm in a wheelchair with no legs, so I have to transfer everything with my arms. So for me being so overweight and to lose weight, my whole goal is to lose weight so my shoulders, elbows, and wrist will continue to allow me to be independent longer into my life.
Hell yeah, brother. Quality of life.
Yeah. To add
Huge.
to that,
Let's
my
hear it.
reasons, my reasons, they went from I want to be like before to, I really want to be here for the little ones that are not here yet. So I'm about to be 58, and I'll tell you this much. No grandkids, not even in the way, nothing. So I want to be able to, be on my 60s and play with my grandkids, my first ones. So yeah, that's the main reason. I want to be able to run, play with them, take it to the park or whatever, and not being taken care at a housing for old people. So
Yeah, 100%. Hell yeah. It's like, who wants to sit on the sideline of their grandkid's life? You don't want that. I'm sure the future grandkids don't want that either. But yeah, I appreciate you guys digging deep and being open and honest and sharing that with everyone. So yeah, I already switched the slide here. So the powerful thing about all this shit is like you're already doing it, right? You just have to do it with some intention right now, right? None of you are starting from zero. You're always in motion, right? This success curve or this failure curve, it's always working, right? It's just you need to be intentional now, right? So remember, every day, every choice, it all adds up. The mindless snacking, grabbing this, sipping that adds up. The negative self-talk that you tell yourself adds up. All those skipped workouts, they add up. All the tracking that you're like, I don't feel like doing that. All that shit adds up. But so does going for a 10-minute walk, drinking an extra glass of water, reading for 10 minutes instead of scrolling through TikTok. All of it counts. It's either going to work towards that success curve or towards that failure curve. And awareness is the key. Awareness is what unlocks everything. You don't have to overhaul the hell out of your life and everything. You just have to wake the hell up to what you're actually doing. Where are you spending your time? Where are you putting your energy? Right? Are your habits actually building something, or are they just bleeding? Are they bleeding you and draining you? And once you know that, you can pivot, make a decision, one habit at a time. And that's enough to change your freaking life. That's all it is. So start noticing, take ownership, start owning, and then start choosing what direction you want to go in. Right? It's time to do this with some intention now. Right? And again, it's like the choice is yours. This is on you. You are just one choice away from going this direction or going this direction. And it's not a big choice. It's not this huge, crazy decision that changes everything in like a fucking lightning bolt. Doesn't work. We already talked about magic fixes don't exist. Magic pills don't exist, right? It's just simple actions that are going to point toward the future that you want. And this isn't about intensity. It's not about going all in all the time. It's just about consistency. Check the freaking box. All the clients on here who have been absolutely ripping and kicking ass, that's all they do. They just check boxes every single day, whether they feel like it or not. It's like brushing your teeth. Does anyone on here brush their teeth for 2 hours at once and go super ham on their teeth? No. You do it for 60 seconds, 2 minutes, maybe, twice a day. Right? It's that 10-minute walk that you do at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, that's going to make a difference instead of sprinting for 20 minutes once a week. Doing that 20-minute walk every single day, that's going to take you a hell of a lot farther than once a week doing a sprint session. It's about doing the small things that matter when it matters, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't fucking feel like it, right? So again, you don't have to change everything. You just need to keep choosing, make small choices every single day, do it with intention, do it with awareness. That's how you become unstoppable. That's how you build momentum. That's how you ride this success wave, right? And I think this is, yeah. So this is the last slide here. But kind of mentioned it before, but it's like so many of us, and like I said, I'm guilty of this too, waiting for the perfect time to act, trying to wait to feel ready. So, you know, this is something that's going to change your entire approach, right? You don't have to feel ready. Who cares? You just need to move. That's it. Just start in a direction, start going. When you wait and you wait for motivation, for perfect timing, for everything to fall into place, you're gonna be waiting for a long time and you're never gonna get to where you want to get to. And what psychology tells us is action always comes first. Action will always precede motivation. You wait for motivation to show up, good luck. You're gonna be waiting a long ass time. Motivation is just like the weather. It's gonna come and go however the fuck it wants to. Right? It's going to rain sometimes. It's going to be sunny sometimes. You have no control over it. You have no idea when it's going to rain, when it's not going to rain. Motivation is the same thing. You don't know when it's going to show up, and you don't know how long it's going to be there. So give one of these to motivation. You don't need it. Right? Motivation is going to show up after movement. Right? You don't think your way into discipline and consistency. You don't think your way into the body that you want. You act your way into it. Right? Every single one of you on this call has got goals. But if you keep checking in with your feelings first, you're going to talk yourself out of every action that you need to do. I'm tired. I don't feel like it. I don't have energy. What's the point? My kid yelled at me. My spouse yelled at me. Whatever the fuck it. I don't care what it is. All that is just internal dialogue. You're not supposed to feel like doing it. You're supposed to just do it anyway. If anyone is looking for the quote unquote magic pill, that's it. Do it anyway. That's why the Nike slogan or whatever, just do it, is so brilliant. That's all it is. You just got to do it. Act. Take that first step. Make that decision. Make that intentional decision. Because that first action creates momentum. Once you got momentum, consistency enters the table. Then when you get consistent, you actually start seeing freaking results. And once you start seeing results, that's when motivation kicks in. And now we've got this, now we're caught in this brilliant circle of action, consistency, results, motivation. That's the circle you want to get caught in. And you don't get caught in that circle by hoping and wanting and feeling and relying on your emotions that are going to lie to you 99% of the time. So the challenge here is stop asking yourself how you feel. Start asking yourself, what version of me do I want to become? And what action do I need to take right now? What decision do I need to make right now to make that shit happen? Stop waiting to feel ready. Just start walking into it. Walk face first into it every single time. You'll never fail. You'll succeed every time, I promise you. And every client on here that's been kicking ass, that's exactly what they do. They put their head down and they walk face first into the wall every time. And speaking of a client who's kicking ass, we have client of the month, and she is on this call as well. But she's an absolute savage, a beast of a human being. Shows up consistently, again, day in and day out. Absolutely jacked and shredded now. 20 pounds down. Looking absolutely incredible. Husband can't keep his hands off of her and can't stop complimenting. It's like, this is what consistency gets you. This is what not relying on emotion looks like. She's been through vacations and parties and, whatever pre-weddings are called. I don't even know all the names of the things that she's been doing, but she shows up anyway. And this is what consistency gets you. And she checks a box every single day, and that's it. And she does not let her emotion get in the way of doing the shit that she needs to do to achieve this phenomenal physique. And every single one of you are capable of doing it too. It's just a choice. So proud of you, girl. And then so this is the book that this entire presentation was based around. I would love it if every single one of you got on your phone right now and ordered it off Amazon. It's going to change your freaking life. Or just watch this presentation again, because this is, again, everything that I just talked about is was based off of this slight edge sort of theory and way of thinking. So phenomenal book, highly recommend it. And that is that's all I got for you guys.
I just gotta say, who the fuck's fired up after that one? Greg fucking dropping bombs over
No
here,
shit. It's amazing.
pouring it out,
Yeah,
leaving it
let's
all
get
on
it
the
going.
fucking field. Let's go.
Right. You can unshare your screen, Greg. Damn good job, bro. Damn good job. Thank you.